Okay, Zimbabwe, there we go. Hallelujah. So today I'm focusing on Harare industrialists, Harare political power brokers, political and business brokers. Because at the end of the day, what it is all about is about business. Politics is business. Politics is a business transaction. Transfer of power is also a business transaction. Those that transfer the power transfer it because they see value in the thing that they're transferring power to. So I'm here to uh, advertise myself, so to speak, or to avail myself, or actually to announce myself, because I do have the plan of taking Zimbabwe forward. And I do know that right now we are becoming a failed state. If we are not one already, the situation can become so dire that even the people that are surrounding the seat of power in Harare might actually not like what they are seeing, because the system is falling apart for everyone, not just the poor Zimbabweans, but even for the rich. You understand? And the rich people, you know what? They are Zimbabweans. They love the country also. They want to see the country function. You know, you want water in Harare. You cannot tell me that you are so corrupt that you don't want to be, so you don't want water in Harare. No. You cannot tell me that you are so corrupt that you want a country with no electricity. You want a country with no health care. You know, want a country with no proper roads because you want to steal the money. No. I mean, even people who steal money actually expect good governance. Isn't it amazing? Yeah. And there is a reason why there must be good governance. So the center must be holding. And I'm providing that center. I promise a center that will hold. You hear what I'm saying? I promise a center that will hold. That will lead together with you. Together with you who make the economy tick. Together with you who make the political and security engine tick. Because there's no two ways about it. There is people that make the political, the security, and the economic engine of Zimbabwe tick. And in a president, they are looking for a center that is going to hold all of those apparatus together. They're not looking for a dictator. Nobody wants a dictator. They're looking for brains that function. We're looking for an Albert Einstein of the economy of Zimbabwe, who will bring fresh blood, fresh instruments to the economy. And I'm promising fresh instruments, as I was saying in the previous video, about how I'm planning to industrialize the country, how to grow the economy by pursuing a stronger Zim dollar, but not actually realizing it, stopping it from becoming stronger by releasing, by injecting more cash into the system through quantitative easing, and using that cash to industrialize the economy for export purposes, so that I can keep on increasing the exports. Understand? And laundering, I mean, what you call it? It's like a laundry machine. As we export, more US dollars come into the country, and those US dollars that come into the country, they cause the Zim dollar to become stronger. But because I don't want the Zim dollar to be stronger, because there will be a lot of US dollars chasing few Zim dollars. So in the effect that the value of the Zim dollar will go higher. Now, because I do not want that, I don't want the Zim dollar to go higher. I want the Zim dollar to be stable. I need currency stability. A lot of people talk about a currency being stronger than the other. I know they don't even know what they're talking about. We hear people say that the Zambian currency is now stronger than the South African rand. And like, do you even know what you're talking about? There's nothing like that. You want a stable currency. So now, why do I want an excess US dollar chasing fewer Zim dollars? So that I've got the ability to quantitatively ease without causing inflation, expanding the monetary base. And that money, I have to be careful on how I direct it in the economy to also to other industries that are going to be for export. Not only local consumption, but export to the global market. as you can see, as you keep on doing that over and over again, the new industries will bring more US dollars, chasing the fewer Zim dollars, to increase the amount of US dollars, Zim dollars in the economy. In that way, you will see that your economy will keep on growing in Zim dollar terms. The money supply will keep on growing and growing in line with the productivity of your industries. Therefore, you have got economic growth. That's how you're going to achieve economic growth, by essentially turning Zimbabwe into a new China. Taking the Chinese playbook, China became the manufacturing hub of the world. So right now, with geopolitics involved, there, there are fights with the USA. Zimbabwe can take that advantage. And I'm taking Zimbabwe to Washington to have good relations with Washington. This look east policy does not work. The look east policy is a fraud. Alright, the look east policy is misconceived. It is misdirected. Hear me very well. We do not need to look east policy. Okay. It does. If you look west, it does not mean that you no longer look east. You can still deal with China, but have made relations with USA. They want good governance. They want you to vote with them and the United Nations. They want you to fight their war against Putin. It's very simple. It's a deal. And it's a no-brainer, because joining the free world is joining the global economic system that functions. Looking east, I don't know who Robert Mugabe was fooling, because this looking east, he's essentially, when Robert Mugabe was saying he's looking east, he was unplugging Zimbabwe from the global financial system. And then he became a tick to a little China, because China is not even running the global financial system. It's just one of the members. So it's crazy. It's like a tick that is sucking another tick. No, don't suck another tick. Suck the real cow, the big cow. Plug yourself in the big cow. So I want to plug Zimbabwe back to the global financial system. This foolishness of fighting, calling it a liberation war, fighting the white people, fighting the West, is actually nonsense. You know, I debunk that. I debunk that. It's a political wedding or political play for ZANU-PF, that ZANU-PF has been using that to seek political relevance. But even for ZANU-PF right now, that political play doesn't work. That political play of always blaming USA doesn't work. We need to now to bring Zimbabwe to Washington, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm the right person to do that, and I know what to do, and I understand Washington. I understand the United States very well, their needs, and understand the global financial system very well. I understand the global trade and global economy, and I know how to take Zimbabwe ahead. So you need me, Harare. Don't worry that I speak Ndebele. It means absolutely nothing. What matters is that this head is like a reincarnation of Albert Einstein in Zimbabwe. That's all that you need to know, and that's what we need to do, to work together to build a Zimbabwe that works and functions for everybody. So you see now, that's why I'm addressing the industrialists and the economists and the business people in Zimbabwe. Anybody who has got a business interest in Zimbabwe, I want to make you rich. As a president, I'm going to make you filthy rich, because I'll be a CEO of an economy. If you want to run a country as you're running a company, we want to have inputs and outputs. You want to have profits for the stakeholders, and who are the stakeholders? Are as the citizens of the country. And when it comes to the economy, the most important citizens are the capitalists. Therefore, that's what I'm saying. As we join USA, as we join the world, turning Zimbabwe into a capitalist country. And a lot of people don't understand what capitalism is. And when I say the word capitalism, they just scream and they think that it's an evil thing. And they think that no, our people are not going to be taken care of. No. The capitalist system is just going to talk about free markets. But then when we say free markets, they are not really as free as we think. In any case, there is no market in the world that is totally free, which is left to the vagaries of the capital markets. The government has got a say. What I'm talking about, industrializing Zimbabwe, it's not gonna happen on its own out of the blue. It's going to be by government design. All right, it is capitalism, but by design, the government will channel resources to certain industries purposefully. To start with certain industries, go to other ones purposefully. You understand? For a holistic purpose, for the whole entire economy. You understand? With the regulation in the market, so that we can make sure that competition is kept in check. Understand? With the end goal. You see, that's the thing. Who are you working for? The end goal is to make sure that our industrialists win. I want you to win. I want you to be number one in the world. If you make me your leader, you will be number one in the world. You will win. To understand? Open door policy to business. Pro-business government. A government that is pro-business. Not only the Zimbabwean industrialists, but also the international business. Do you know what foreign investors need in our country for them to invest? They need the rule of law. They need a government that has got order, that respects rule of law, and has got democracy, and their property rights are respected. And I am bringing that. Zvinhu zvokutora izvi kuti murungu anouya unotanga kambani yake, and then when he's making money over tashandisa simba repolitics kuti achinotora hazvishandi, not in my government. Because in that a transaction like that, it might work the first time and second time, but it will alienate investors forever. So when you want investors to stay and grow the cake, you see, when we let investors stay and grow the cake, even you, Jinda, you will make money. And then another plan that I have, and there's a lot of political players who do not know how to make money, who are not business people, who do not have entrepreneurial talent like me. I will teach you how to make money as a leader. I will teach you how to make money without using political power to siphon off national resources. So as I try to close the tape on that, I also want to educate those that are in politics on ways of making money. As I'm telling you that I'm going to be industrializing the country. Who is going to be running those industries? You understand? So some of those people that are politically active, I might say, you know what, bro, you don't need to be here, just do business. Here's the business. My government is sponsoring this industry this year. So you guys organize yourself like this, like that. You know, we'll sponsor you, we'll teach you, we'll monitor you, incubate you until you are fine. That's where the money is. And make money, make product, produce productivity. You see, what you Zimbabweans need is money. And for you to make money that functions well for other people is to be productive. What we have been doing before is that people who come into politics to make money without the requisite productivity. What they do is that they siphon off whatever resource is there, whatever someone else has produced. Sometimes the produce is meant to aid something in the economy, and they just plug it off from the line and for personal purposes, and then they thereby disrupting the whole economic ecosystem of Zimbabwe. So I want us politicians to move away from that. So you see, I recognize that part. Therefore, I'm not saying that we are not going to pursue prosecutions of past misdemeanors, because I understand that they are predicated on this idea that people really do not know how to make money. They want to make money, they do not know how to make money, and they were told, or they realized that if you steal money this way, it will work. It works to steal the money, but then that stealing the money kills the economy. So I want to reteach you. I want to be a teacher as well with the politicians who do not know how to make money. You understand? Who think that making money is rent seeking, you know, and using government authority and power, cajoling government to change rules so that their industry can make money, or undue financial benefit that has got a very negative effect on the rest of the economy. So as the CEO of the country, I should be cognizant of such actions and such endeavors and guard against that, you know, and put a stop to that. And therefore, and look at the human brain, this human being that wants to make money, and teach them how to make money differently. So I want Zimbabweans to reimagine money, reimagine making money. Okay, so the ways of making money in the past, the guys in the CIOs, the guys who make people disappear or do all sorts of funny things, do take gold mines, do this and that because they want to go to buy it. So I wanted to reimagine new ways of making money as I'm taking Zimbabwe to a new level of understanding, to a new level of glory. Remember, I don't walk alone, I walk with Jesus. And Jesus is giving me a lot of these ideas. We need to reimagine money making. Reimagine the way that you make money. Okay, God doesn't want to destroy you. God wants to build you, and as He builds you, you need to be productive. So the way that you're going to make money is having access to capital, access to resources, so that you can be productive. The key word there is productivity, because that is the P in the GDP, gross domestic product. Productivity, gross domestic productivity. So you want to increase the productivity, making sure people have got the opportunities and the capital. Okay, the capital, hence I'm saying what a capitalist country, the capital to produce the productivity. As we increase our productivity, we're increasing our GDP, therefore increasing our wealth. The purpose that I want to take this country in the next 7 years to a very high GDP per capita that will be probably in the top 10 in the world. If we can achieve that in the next 7 years, we are in the top 10 GDP per capita in the world. That I would think that is a great achievement. Okay, we can do this. You begin to realize, therefore, as I'm speaking my plans, not only on this video but even on other previous videos, that this CEO of the country, which you call His Excellency the President, he has to be competent across multiple strata of society, not just the economy or politics, but also religion, the way society is engineered, how to deal with people, management and stuff like that. So and God helps us, God helps me is to that regard. So that is why I make a lot of videos, so that you are not in the dark as to what the hell is going on. It's like a dark box. You should at least have some level of understanding. So basically, the point therefore to take off from this video, what I'm saying to you, Harare policymakers, Harare political brokers, Harare business brokers, you who move the neatly, you who make things work, I am your man. I'm what you're looking for. Look no further. Okay, there's no water anywhere in this desert. Every cistern is dry. Every well is dry. Except for this one. Water is gushing out like no man's business. Holy is the Lord. Okay, before I close, I wanted to talk about the foreign investors. I said that they also, when they come, right, they need a proper environment in the nation. We are also going to be creating this environment, that is this conducive environment for them to build their industries in Zimbabwe. As you can see, as you might know, that when China grew industrially, it wasn't just the Chinese only. In fact, it was the American industries that moved from the Rust Belt in America, then Detroit, and all the other surrounding areas. The car manufacturing, steel manufacturing, American steel manufacturing moved from America to China. Understand? So right now the opportunity for Zimbabwe is for not only for American manufacturing but also for European manufacturing, German manufacturing. Okay, you see what's going on with Germany and Russia, that Nord Stream 2 being bombed, and then the fact that it's going to be hard for them to be producing in Europe. Mercedes-Benz, VW, they do not lose anything by moving their plants from Germany to Zimbabwe, but they need Zimbabwe to be in order. So I guess now you're really getting the picture of where I'm going and what I'm creating. I'm creating another global hub, a hub for global business. And don't be afraid of globalists, because when globalists come, there is a tremendous amount of skills transfer to the country. into the economy. So if you are a local producer and you are afraid of global competition, do not be afraid, because when global competition comes, you might actually reinvent yourself and begin to participate in other levels, other parts of the economy, or also get to know more, receive skills transfer, and also be part of that global ecosystem instead of just focusing on Zimbabwe. So my ideology of opening up the economy to the global world is so that we can globalize even the Zimbabweans. As globalists come to Zimbabwe, the Zimbabweans also go to the globe. You get what I'm talking about? So it is a win-win situation. For that to happen, we need a governance that will therefore that will exude confidence. Understand? You need a governance system that will exude confidence to these foreign investors. And that's why hence I'm saying it is time to break down ZANU-PF and sell it off. Now I'm talking to people who are in ZANU-PF, and I'm asking you in ZANU-PF that you in ZANU-PF, it's time for you to sell the asset called ZANU-PF. It's now a liability. You need to break it down and chop it off and sell it off, and we reinvent ourselves and we morph into something else, which is a fusion of not only ZANU-PF people, but Triple C people, MTC people, the common Zimbabweans across the board. And yeah, and then we carry on reinventing ourselves as a country. Countries have reinvented themselves before and they've succeeded. Look at Germany. I mean, who would say that Germany in the World War II was fighting against the free world? Hitler was the main instigator of the World War II. After Hitler was defeated, Germany, West Germany began to join the Western world. That's why we have got the great industrialization in West Germany as compared to the East Germany, which was part of Russia. So you can see that, but then you say that Hitler was from Germany, but afterwards Germany became successful. It's because of the change of mindset in Germany that caused Germany to succeed. So Zimbabwe can be in that Damascus moment as well, whereby yes, we have had this look east policy fighting American other stuff. The very same Zimbabwe can actually change, just like Germany changed, and pivot to Washington, and we will see a tremendous amount of growth. As we can see, even when Germany joined into a Washington consensus, they had what we call the Marshall Plan. Okay, the Marshall Plan, that is American dollars coming into Europe, because they had excess dollars in America, so they had to use them in Europe. So Germany and France, Britain, and other European countries benefited. Therefore, that's why they kickstarted their EU project. So something similar can happen in Southern Africa. Don't you have this antagonism, this anti-America rhetoric? Okay. It's the anti-American rhetoric. It's just rhetoric. Understand? What has happened to countries that have been pro-American? What evil has happened to them? Nothing except good things. Okay. Even China itself grew because of America. Japan grew because of America. Germany, France, the whole of Europe, the EU is what it is because of the US dollar, the mighty US dollar. And I see a lot of fools on the internet who talk about the impending fall of the US dollar hegemony. It's just like, are these people real analysts or what? Because analyze the situation. There's no US dollar that is falling. In the last 6 months or so, after the Federal Reserve is raising rates, the US dollar has been gaining strength. And by the way, when it comes to currency, it's not about gaining strength or losing strength. It's really very little relevant. It's about trust. All governments trust the United States government. You can try as much as you can say, but you're not trustworthy. Your value as a currency, your value is trust. Hence, I want a clean government because it will be trustworthy. The currency of our trustworthy government is what will have foreign investors rush into Zimbabwe. Now, when we have foreign investors, when we've got hot money coming into the country because your government is trustworthy and there's opportunity in the nation, it increases the value of your local currency. Hence, we have got the opportunity, therefore, to print more of it. Understand? To do quantitative easing. Therefore, in the process, growing in the economy. To understand? The more you maintain your trust, the more that there's more liquidity within your ecosystem. Understand? You maintain liquidity by maintaining trust in your system, That is what I want to bring to Zimbabwe. And once we have got that trust, and once we have got that foreign investment coming in because of that, maybe we're good to go. We're not going down. And that's why I'm saying that the name ZANU-PF must be done away with. Have you ever heard people in Germany talking about Hitler? Yeah, like you know that sign, that German never surrender sign. They don't even, that's it's called the swatch skip or something. They don't use that sign anymore. They deny it altogether. But those Germans, those grandfathers who are still alive, who used to rock those uniforms, they are still alive in Germany. But they don't talk about it. They keep it in their bedrooms. They wait in front of their wives, and they don't wait outside because Germany moved on. Same thing with the name ZANU-PF. It's not something to be proud of anymore. It's something to put in a shelf as I am taking you to the world. ZANU-PF people. Take off these things with the Emerson Mnangagwa and the Robert Mugabe faces. Pick it up somewhere. Start a new project, a new name, new identity, a new Zimbabwe will go ahead. The German way. The way that German did it, the way that China did it, the way that every country that succeeded did it. You understand? I know that some of you who are in ZANU-PF, who are in positions of power, might be stubborn to my suggestion because you just want to keep power, which is foolishness. What are you gonna do with that power? You're not gonna be safe when the country is falling. When the youth get angry and they come for your blood, they're gonna destroy you. You're not gonna be safe. So I'm coming up here with an idea to save you whilst there's still time, so that we can actually have a life after death. Hallelujah. There can be life after the death of ZANU-PF. And this is how I am suggesting that this is how we can actually create life after death by disbanding ZANU-PF. Why is it still early? Make hay. What's the still sunshine? Why am I focusing too much on ZANU-PF? Is it everybody in Zimbabwe and ZANU-PF? Do you know why? Because the power is with ZANU-PF, or the people that are enabling ZANU-PF. Actually, because I want to make a difference between ZANU-PF, Gapa, which is Gapa really, and the people around ZANU-PF that enable ZANU-PF, like the CIO, the army, the police, the billionaires like the Takureis and all of those other miners, and also even the international players, the international business people. Those are the people that I'm focused on in this video, to understand that we need a new discussion. And the person who can carry this vision is me, because nobody is talking about it. You understand? And nobody is articulating it the way I do. Nobody is burning with it, with a passion for it more than I do. Because if anybody else had to copy my plan, I was thinking, so what if they copy your plan if you're making videos? And then the Lord gave me this understanding that, you know what, even if they can copy what you're saying, if they copy what you're saying and exclude you, well, it is fine on the basis that that is what the country needs anyway. However, one thing that they cannot copy is your heart and your mind. You can copy what I'm saying, but you cannot copy my heart. If you're a thief, you're going to be a thief. You're going to use what I'm saying to steal, and you will not instill trust. The investors won't trust you, because you just take ideas, but then your heart is not even in there. So you need someone you need the whole persona, the whole personality. You need the whole person. That's why our bodies and our souls are relieving sacrifice. So that means we sacrifice ourselves to service. You understand? So if you have got a heart of sacrifice, and you take what and do what I'm telling you without me, but I'm just speaking skeleton, I'm not speaking every single detail. If you have to know the details, the country would work. But unfortunately, the one who has got the details and the grace of God is me, no one else. All right, that's what it is. So we need now, therefore, to map out a way forward for Zimbabwe. So I'm already negotiating for a good Zimbabwe whilst there's still time, not waiting for elections, because come on, Bakoma, I don't know what elections is going to. We all know what's going to happen with the elections. I mean, we're not children here. We know what's going to happen with the elections. So I'm not going to waste time telling you what the election results are going to be like, and what will happen after the results of the election. Everybody knows that. Okay? So, but we know that Zimbabwe is going to be destroyed afterwards if we do not have proper planning for our country. And therefore, I need everybody to be in the boat. I've been telling you on this channel that I am Noah, building an ark get on board. Because if we don't get on board, it is going to rain. Rain is going to come to that nation. Rain is going to come, and he who is not in the boat is going to perish. That's the painful part. Rain is going to come to Zimbabwe. He who is not in my boat, because the only person that God has given the wisdom to build that boat is me. Nobody else will be lying to you. It's me. I'm the only one who's building that boat. God spoke to Noah to build a boat. He didn't speak to 5 Noahs. He spoke to 1. He didn't even speak to 2 Noahs. He spoke to 1. 1 Noah, 1 boat. The same thing with Zimbabwe. So this, therefore, I'm trying to make you understand. It's the boat that we have been looking for. So instead of ignoring me and let us talk, let us negotiate, let us create a path forward for the prosperity of everybody. God bless Zimbabwe. May she become the greatest nation the world has ever seen. Holy is that word. Just signing out, your captain, Obani Zondo. Thank you very much.